Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode episode 3, and oh boy, this is going to be a very big dramatic episode. First of all, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. And yeah, thank you guys, because it means from the bottom of my heart. Just everybody who subscribes, it just means so much for me. Just to see that number go up, it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. I want to give a special shout out to, not really sure how to pronounce your name, but I think it's Corlone X, something like that. But massive shout out to you, bro. Get in the comment section down below. Let me know any players you want me to sign or anything like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. I just really wanted to mention that at the start of this episode. So yeah, in this episode, we have a very tough fixtures. We are going to face the likes of Burnley right here. We're going to face Arsenal, Brentford, and Tottenham. So we've got a derby. We've also got the Northwest London derby coming up very shortly in this episode, but we're going to turn our focus to Chelsea, and Nicholas Jackson is our number 1 striker, our number 9 for now, but let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any other suggestions. I have put Victor Osimhen on the transfer list only because recently in real life he has had some not great relationships with Napoli, and he wants possibly to get out of Napoli. So maybe there's a chance for Chelsea to sign him in real life. But yeah, we'll get onto that later on in next episodes coming. But I just want to say, what a finish from Moses Caicedo. A few minutes in, he hasn't scored a goal yet this season, but what a way to score a long shot. Power shots are still here in EAFC 24. Moses Caicedo, 13 minutes in, takes a long range shot, and it's quite a clever shot down low where keeper can't really get to that very quickly. So yeah, very good to see him on the score sheet for the first time this season. Obviously he is defensive midfielder, so we're not expecting too much from him. He has been doing his job, and Burnley, newly promoted side, Vincent Kompany, the new manager, he's the manager right now, did very good in the Championship, but in the Premier League, you can tell very easily that is a very big step up, and you can tell in this match that they want to play good football, but we're just a bit too good for them at the moment. Get across, and we managed to get it on Nkunku's head and finish that into the back of the net very well, takenly by Nkunku, who has had a very good season so far. Unfortunately injured in real life, so not very good to see. Yeah, this half was just purely dominated by Chelsea, and to be honest, they barely had any chances here, Burnley, at their home ground, at Turf Moor, obviously very big, quite a big stadium, and their fans are very good as well. As you guys can see there, Caicedo putting in a shift. Yeah, in this second half they did come to light. Obviously Kompany did say a few words in that changing room. So yeah, they did manage to find little pockets of space, and they were trying to ruin our clean sheet very early on into the second half, but at the 75th minute they had a very good shot, but great save from Sanchez. They whipped in a cross and straight away into the back of the net. I thought Sanchez might have saved that, but it was too powerful of a header from Taylor. So yeah, it was very unlucky. But yeah, unlucky for them. One of their players just make a very silly challenge. Nathan Redmond. There was no need for that challenge, and he gets a straight red card, and Mudryk receives it there, and he just absolutely scissors him from the back. So yeah, it's good for us. They got a man down, but it was in the 90th minute, so we were able to see that one out. So yeah, that's quite good that we get the 3 points. We currently sit at 6th place, which is quite good. We've got a few wins under our belt, but we do have a very, very tough Arsenal side coming to us at home. It's going to be very, very tough because this Arsenal side is very, very good. They've got the likes of Trossard, Nketiah, Timber, Raya, Havertz, who hasn't had the best start to the season in real life. They've got Saka up front with Jesus and Martinelli and Rice and Erdegaard. All these very, very great players. They do play a very good style of play, gegenpress. So they will be on us straight away. So we can't really have possession because they will probably control the game because they are just a better side. So yeah, we're going to have to go into this game hopefully maybe getting the 3 points, but very, very, I wouldn't think that we'll get the 3 points here. I'll just go in, try and get the win, but I don't think we'll be able to get the win because they're just such a good side. So I'm hoping for at least 1 point from this fixture here at home. So it's going to be very, very tough. So they're going to have to perform. We're going to have to be on our best level. So, they have such a great team. Very young team as Erdegaard is their captain. So, yeah, we do get things on the way. Normal starting 11, Gusto is still in that right back position because Reece James isn't quite back yet, but he will be match fit in a few matches. He does actually make a return in this episode, so you guys will see some action with him. Arsenal from the get-go were very, very dangerous. They're showing their threats in Saka. I couldn't believe he didn't score very early on. He did very well going to a good position, but Sanchez with a fantastic save. But they just kept on piling on the pressure, and that pressure just exceeded because we just couldn't deal with it. After 40 minutes of them just knocking on the door, they finally made it, and out of all the saves that Sanchez made, probably the easiest one at his near post he didn't make, but that's how it goes sometimes. So quite unlucky, but yeah. This first half ended as a 1-0. It was in the favour of Arsenal, so we didn't really have too many chances. We did have a Mudryk who was in a great position but couldn't get the shot off quickly enough. But yeah, Arsenal, obviously, they just kept on piling on the pressure and just kept on knocking on the door. They really wanted to get this 3 points against Chelsea. So yeah, we tried very hard. Cucurella got the start over Chilwell due to fitness issues as well. I want to keep it fairly rotated. But yeah, Cucurella putting in a shift, putting in some crosses into that box, looking for Jackson, but he was nowhere to be seen in this game. Nkunku had a very, very good chance, but it got deflected out for a corner, and I just couldn't believe that we were missing all these chances, as you guys can see there. It could have been 1-1, but it wasn't meant to be. Let's just say that. Ramsdale making lots of good saves, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't meant to be our game. In the 82nd minute, Gabi Jesus, I don't know who that was. I think Martinelli crossed it into his Brazilian teammate, and he just wins the header over. I think it was Fofana, but yeah, it ended up being 2-0. Quite disappointed here. We were on a run, but then the referee just blew the whistle. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because we were 2-0 down. If it was 1-1, I would have been really, really angry. But nonetheless, it didn't really matter. We did suffer a 2-0 defeat to Arsenal at home. So it's not looking great for us at the moment, but we're going to have to step up our game as we do have Brentford next, which is not even going to be a much easier team to play. But Wesley Fofana has suffered a broken toe, so he will be out for 3 months. Massive loss. But luckily, we do have a lot of depth into that position, in that centre-back position. We've got likes of Cowell, what's his name? Badia Shield, and many more players. So we do have a fair bit of depth there. But yeah, Brentford, obviously quite a good team in real life and in FIFA. They got Wissa, Brian Mbeumo, and many other great players. But in this, they have a tactic. Thomas Frank is just decided to go for kick and rush tactic. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game between the two. Again, playing at home once more. So we're going to see if we can maybe pull off a result here. It will be very lovely to get the bounce back win and get 3 points. So yeah, it's not going to be a very easy game. Hoping for 3 points, as I said many times. We need to start collecting these points against these mid to high teams because we just aren't winning any of those games right now. So yeah, we're going to have to pick up a few more points at home and on the road. Cowell had to take one for the team. So he did suffer a yellow card. There were 3 on goal. I thought that was going to be a red, but he was the last man and he did take him out. So I think if I didn't take him out, he probably might have scored, but with no risk. We've gone for no risk and we just taken the yellow card instead. And yeah, so it was good because we didn't concede from that free kick. But yeah, we had a few chances, but not many. There was a great ball from Cole Palmer, and it was just overhit by him, and the keeper came out to get it. Nkunku, I just love this guy. I think he'll be such a great player for Chelsea in real life. We haven't been able to see much of him because he is injured. Doing some defensive work, getting in, sliding in for that tackle, but we couldn't manage to find a breakthrough goal. Either teams couldn't find a goal in that first half, but in the second half, it might be a bit of a different story because we have turned up our game and Mudryk plays a lovely ball to Nicholas Jackson and gets past 2 of the Brentford defenders and absolutely hammers one into the top left-hand corner, which is very, very lovely to see him getting back onto the score sheet after having a very quiet game against Arsenal here at home and Burnley. But these strikers can have an off day, but we really need a number 9. I was thinking of signing Victor Osimhen, which will mean dropping Nicholas Jackson, which I don't mind doing, but he's on good form right now, so it's really good to see him scoring another goal. Brentford also putting up a lot of the pressure once we scored, and Youne Wissa, the Brentford winger, 22 years of age, I believe he is, 23, absolutely takes out, I think Cowell that is, but and he gets sent off, so that's 2 matches in a row that the opposition gets a red card. Mudryk is still not able to find a goal for himself, taking quite a good shot on his right foot, and yeah, not making it into the back of the net, but I just couldn't believe this. This was outstanding of a shot. Mudryk from about 25 yards out with his right foot absolutely hammers one in the top right hand corner. It was an absolute worldie of a goal. I couldn't believe it. The keeper couldn't even reach it. It was right in that top corner. And the crisis is over. He is not allergic to scoring goals, so which is very good to see for us. Him getting on the score sheet for the first time this season, for the first time for Chelsea, in fact. He's only been here for a season, though, so we have given him some time, but the time has came, and he is lighting up the show in this game. He could have been greedy and gone for the goal, but he's put it on a plate for Christopher Nkunku. We've just got the ball straight off from kickoff, and we've hammered it into the back of the net to make that 3-0 scoreline, and quite a comfortable second half, let's just say that. Teams were quite levelled in the first half, and then in the second half we just came out with bigger guns, better. We were just a better side in the first half and the second half, but in the second half our goals were coming in, and it were coming in thick and fast as we made it 3-0 very quickly. Could have been 4, but yeah. it definitely could have been more, but I'm happy with the 3-0 win. So yeah, very very good to see the group of lads bounce back and get 3 points at home once again. So yeah, very good to see that, and Mudryk getting his first goal, obviously, in that Chelsea shirt. So very good to see. Yeah, team involved very good. Mudryk, Jackson, and Nkunku are the 3 players who get on the score sheet today against Brentford, and that did end up a 3-0 win. But next game up, we've got Tottenham Hotspur and Ange Postecoglou, great manager, playing great high tempo football for Spurs. In this game, they are going to be very, very hard. The derby is here, and these London teams do not like each other. So I did say I would use these training drills only for special occasions, and I guess not London derby is quite a special occasion, and it will be quite a tough match. So I will use this. I'm not going to show you all the highlights, but I'll show you like a bit by bit. I'll show you a little bit. I can't believe I missed that. I don't know what I was doing. I already had a great score, so I was just banging them from wherever. So yeah, it was very. I love how that you can do this training session, and you unlock temporary play styles. So very good to see, which could help us into the next match against Tottenham. It will be a very tough game. So yeah. They have quite a good side. Obviously, Heung-min Son had a flying start to the season. Kulusevski, Richarlison finally got his goal. Dennis the Udogi, Romero, Pedro Porro. Surprised to see Lloris still in that side and starting for them, as he is like 37 years old. But Postecoglou trusting the experienced player more than Vicario, which is very interesting. But nevertheless, we're going to go into this match at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're going to try and look for the win. It's going to be very ambitious, but Reece James makes his debut back into the side. Not debut, but makes his way back into the side after suffering a 3-month injury. It's great to see our club captain back in, and he's quite injury prone. So yeah, not great to see our captain injured, but very great to see him back. I forgot to change the captain armband, that's why he's not wearing it, but don't worry, he will be in the next episode. So yeah, Spurs versus Chelsea, very very big game. The derby. So yeah, it's gonna be a massive game. Lots of yellow cards. Hopefully no red cards for us, but it's gonna be very very tough. We were definitely the better side in this opening 25 minutes. Endo Fernandez is on the corner. He whips it in and finds Reece James as he is back. He's back better than before, scoring a header. The club captain, man, oh boy, that's a way to make your mark back into the starting 11. Enzo Fernandez on the right corners, whips it in, curling outswinger, and Reece James, out of all people, finding the back of the net. So what a great start for him to the season. That's, I think, his second appearance of the season. He only made one in the start of the season and then got injured. So yeah, we were definitely the better side, piling up the pressure, knocking on the door, trying to make it 2-0, but on the other side, they did come at us hard again. I was a bit disappointed in Sanchez because no one was putting on the pressure. James a bit rusty, but we're going to need our best players, and we're going to need to be performing in this match if we want to get anything out of it. So yeah, we did concede to Heung-min Son. A bit unfortunate because it was at his near post, so wasn't quite pleased with it. But just before the first half ended, Enzo Fernandez makes a brilliant run. Reece James gets the ball right back, dribbles it through the whole team, and plays Enzo in, and he finishes it cool, calm, collected, past Hugo Lloris, and very great finish to make it 2-1 just before half time. But you know, Tottenham Hotspur, they want to get back into it, and it did stay just like that, 2-1 at half time. Going into the second half, we were at the lead, having momentum, and yeah, we were just the better side, but Tottenham were doing Ange Ball and just playing very, very well, dragging out our players, you know, passing really fast, and they did manage to get the equaliser to make it 2-2. So yeah, Richarlison there, I'm not quite sure who it was it Kulusevski or someone, dribbling it past and just cuts it back into Richarlison, who is open and no one's marking him. So yeah, that's one thing that we need to work on, is marking our players. So yeah, I decided that it's time for some substitutes. Noni Madueke is going to come on, and obviously Romeo Lavia is going to come on as well. We play a lovely ball over the top to Nicholas Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson just tips it over to Christopher Nkunku and scores an absolute worldie of a goal. I think the dive was unnecessary, but I just loved it. It added some special venom into that strike and absolutely pounded it into the floor, and Hugo Lloris cannot get down into that bottom corner quick enough. But it's looking very good for us. And Pochettino, very pleased to see us get that goal. And in the 66th minute, looking very comfortable, but still a lot of time to go. And within 5-6 minutes, here, Tottenham's rescuer, carrier, if you would like to say, not carrier, but South Korean international Son Heung-min levels the scores at 3-3, massive scoreline in the derby. Very dramatic derby, but no team was able to make the breakthrough and to, you know, steal the 3 points from each other. So classic derby makes it 3-3, very, very big scoreline. A bit disappointed to drop 2 points here to the derby, but that's how it's going to go sometimes. Sometimes you're not always going to win. So anyway, very good performance from the lads. The team morale is very high, and this game finishes and ends 3-3, with a great performance from the team. That's going to be the end of the episode. Next episode, we've got Manchester City, so tune back in. Thank you guys for all the love. See you guys in the next episode. Take care and peace out.